Have you ever experienced those moments when your mind seems to wander off and distractions creep in, sabotaging your progress? We've all been there, struggling to stay on track and fighting off those pesky distractions that drain our time and energy. But imagine a life where your ability to concentrate knows no bounds, where distractions fade away into oblivion and your mind becomes an unstoppable force of productivity. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Welcome to our channel, Mr. Motivation. In today's video, we're going to share some of the most powerful nuggets from Neuroscientist's treasure trove of knowledge, and trust me, they're going to blow your mind. They have unveiled an arsenal of techniques, strategies, and insights that will empower you to reclaim control over your attention and unleash your untapped potential. There is a really cool way that will help you dive into the fascinating world of breathing and its impact on your body's chemistry. It's truly amazing how everything works together. So let me break it down for you. First, find a cozy spot where you can sit or lie down comfortably. It doesn't matter what you choose, as long as you're away from any water distractions. Now, the key is to focus on taking deep breaths. When you inhale deeply, something interesting happens, and your heart rate actually increases. It's like your body responding to the influx of fresh oxygen. And then, when it comes to exhaling, here's the trick. Just let the air flow out of your mouth effortlessly. So, the process looks something like this. Take a strong and vigorous breath in, fill your lungs with oxygen, and then allow the air to escape gently through your mouth. No need to force it out, just let it go. What's happening here is quite intriguing. With each deep breath, you're bringing in a substantial amount of oxygen into your system while simultaneously expelling some of the carbon dioxide. And the more you repeat this deep breathing cycle, around 25 to 30 times, or whatever number feels right for you, the more noticeable the shift becomes. You'll begin to experience a significant change in the oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in your body. It's like you're altering the very chemistry of your internal landscape. And the most amazing part is that you can actually sense and feel these changes firsthand. It's like tuning into the effects of this chemical transformation happening within you. Believe me, there are some truly compelling reasons why you should give this a try. The impact it can have on your overall well-being is remarkable. So, when you practice this breathing technique, your adrenaline levels go up, making you more alert. To do it, you simply take around 25 to 30 breaths and then exhale all of the air from your lungs either through your nose or mouth. After that, you hold your breath with empty lungs for about 15 to 30 seconds. It's quite fascinating how manipulating your breath and the way your diaphragm and lungs work can actually change the chemistry of your bloodstream and affect how your mind functions. What's really cool is that during these 25 to 30 breaths, you'll feel really alert. But once you exhale everything and enter the breath hold phase, something interesting happens. You'll experience a unique combination of being alert and incredibly calm. This state is pretty amazing because it's what many of us strive for, being both alert and calm at the same time. Achieving this state can be quite challenging, especially if you struggle with staying focused, whether it's at work or any other task. When we're trying to focus, we often turn to stimulants or extreme measures like cold showers, ice baths, or multiple espressos. The problem is, these methods can make us overly alert and jittery, actually making it harder to concentrate. But here's where the breathing technique we've been discussing comes in. It allows us to achieve a state of alertness while remaining calm for a solid 10 to 20 minutes after the breathing session. Now, here's something fascinating. The direction of our eyes actually influences this process. When we look upward, especially with our eyes open, it boosts our alertness. The reason behind this is the connection between the brain stem neurons responsible for alertness and the muscles of our eyes, including the eyelids. Of course, simply looking upward won't magically awaken you if you're utterly exhausted, but it does contribute to overall alertness. The key is to optimize our workstations in a way that taps into this visual system aspect and promotes alertness. One suggestion is to position your screen or tablet, whatever device you're using, at eye level or slightly higher. This way, you can fully utilize your visual field and enhance your alertness while working. After all, most of us want to stay awake and focused during our work sessions. If you think that most people aren't aware of this phenomenon, in reality, many of us have a habit of looking down at our computer or tablet screens, tilting our eyes at an angle of approximately 30 degrees. Unfortunately, this posture doesn't support heightened alertness or optimal attention. In fact, there is a reciprocal relationship between the position of our eyes and our level of alertness. When we gaze downward with slightly closed eyelids, it tends to diminish our alertness and increase feelings of sleepiness. The brainstem areas responsible for alertness in our eyes have a two-way relationship. Your level of alertness actually affects the degree of openness or closure of your eyes, which might not come as a surprise. However, what's truly intriguing is that having open and upward directed eyes can genuinely enhance your alertness. On the flip side, if your eyes are directed downward and your eyelids are somewhat hooded or gradually closing, similar to how Costello's eyes always appear, you'll likely feel more inclined towards sleepiness. This effect is especially noticeable if you tend to experience mid-morning sleepiness or a mid-morning crash. I'm running a few minutes late, my previous meeting is running over. Now, let's delve into a recommended work routine. It's suggested to engage in a 90-minute work session. Our brains naturally undergo cycles known as ultradian cycles, lasting approximately 90 minutes throughout the day and night. Within these cycles, we transition from a highly alert state to a less alert state and then back to being alert again. By aligning our work sessions with these inherent cycles, we can optimize our productivity and sustain a solid level of focus. At the beginning of one of these 90-minute ultradian cycles, your brain won't be fully engaged in the task at hand. Often, your mind gets filled with various distractions and thoughts that pop up. But don't worry, I'll share some tips on dealing with those distractions shortly. What you have to do is set a timer for 90 minutes and aim to have a productive work session within that time frame. However, you need to understand that your ability to focus won't be consistent throughout the entire 90 minutes. There will be moments of higher and lower focus levels, but that's expected. The brain has its limits when it comes to sustaining a dedicated effort and a high degree of focus. And 90 minutes seem to be a sweet spot. Now here's an interesting physiological tip. There's a direct neural connection between your bladder and the brainstem areas responsible for increasing alertness. That's why, when you need to use the bathroom or have the urge to urinate, it can be quite agitating. Of course, I'm not suggesting that you intentionally fill your bladder to the point of discomfort and resist going to the bathroom just to try to stay alert and focused. That wouldn't be productive or healthy. This concept is supported by high-quality peer-reviewed research. It turns out that white noise, which encompasses all frequencies of sound mixed up in a random manner, can actually create an optimal state for learning and workflow. When played at a low volume, not through headphones, white noise has been found to engage brain areas associated with attention, focus, cognition, and memory, according to one study. Another intriguing paper utilized brain imaging and demonstrated that low levels of white noise can stimulate the release of dopamine in areas of brain. Dopamine is not only associated with pleasure, but also with motivation and craving. So, everything about this 90-minute work block, from the presence of low levels of white noise to the positioning of my computer, the way we stand, and the direction of our gaze, is designed to create a focused work environment. We must admit that while it can be challenging to achieve this state of deep focus, there is a certain addictive quality to it. It feels incredibly satisfying, like a workout for the mind. As we reach the end of those 90 minutes, we often have a sense of accomplishment because, more often than not, we have achieved a great deal during that time. It's a deeply rewarding experience. So why not give these strategies a try? Explore the world of breathing techniques, adjust your workstation, and embrace the power of 90-minute work blocks. It's time to unlock your productivity and embark on a journey of personal and professional growth. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos.